What word do you bring? I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the Enclave with such command it could rouse a fawn to action.
We move, seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours!
The bear cub looks at you.
Such barbarism. What happened here?
The Seeker's head twitches upwards as you approach. His eyes open a fraction. He struggles to focus his gaze upon you. A low moan escapes his cracked lips. His eyes close, and his head sags forward. You thought you'd already seen the full depths of Magister cruelty.
There's nothing to be done. Let's keep moving.
A blade through the heart would be a kindness to these lost souls.
We should keep moving. We don't want to end up like them.
Smoke, blood, and carnage. Magisters didn't spare a single Seeker.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
Doesn't feel quite right, but I need all the equipment I can find.
Kerban stares at the body of his dead comrade, tightly gripping his weapon in a cold fury.
2 Magisters will die for every fallen Seeker here if I have any say in the matter.
You would attack the Magisters directly.
So the Reds think they can butcher us like hogs and get away with it. My blade's going to taste their blood before the day's out.
We'll find them, or we'll find another way.
If I were you, I'd stay close to Sir Gareth once the fighting begins. Whatever path he takes will be the surest way to victory.
Are you so eager to die, Seeker?
You've come. Lucian be praised.
Gareth glances over his shoulder, and his voice tightens.
The Shriekers keep watch, and their gaze isn't the only one we should avoid. The murderer is here, Alexander. The butcher's in the ruins, beyond the Shriekers, and he's not alone, as well he wouldn't be. The Order keeps its Godwoken leashed. Nothing, as long as those Shriekers stand. Get that purging wand and silence them. If I didn't know better, I'd think the gods themselves were your counsel.
He reaches for the wand, but pulls back before touching it.
Would that I could aim this wand at Alexander myself, to bleach his soul and sear his skin. No, this thing was birthed from a wicked era. What would Lucian say, seeing me confront one evil with another? Go, take down those Shriekers.
Shriekers. I'll never get used to them.
Don't let it see you.
I see flurries and the air thrums. Look, it's him! He has come, true to his word.
Praise be! You have silenced the Shriekers and cleared our way. Yet it seems I'm in need of you again, my friend. You have any more miracles in you? We've got a boat ready to row to the Lady Vengeance. But if Alexander sees us bobbing among the waves, we'll be shark chow. So we split up. I take the Seekers to the Lady Vengeance. You go to the ruins and keep Alexander busy. He'll be expecting a breeze. Show him that you're a hurricane. Are you ready? We've got right on our side. A greater ally than...
He takes the news calmly. A moment passes as he calculates the consequences, assessing this new world as it opens up before him. He nods his thanks, then raises his voice.
Seekers, we move. You are Lucian's eyes and ears. You are his sword and his shield. Burn the blackness with your holy fire!
There you are, the escapee. I feared you'd made it to Reaper's Coast by now. Anyway, you're here now. You know, Dallas and Friedemann warned me about you, God-woken. I'm afraid your journey ends here. You would only bring ruin to Rivellon. If anyone is going to become the next Divine, it will be me. Please, don't make this harder than it has to be. It's not your fault, but still you stand in the way of peace. This must be the end of your journey, for the salvation of all Rivellon. You stand no chance, but I admire your resilience. Give it your best shot. sorcery to be the death of us all.
Alexander is dead. My contract is fulfilled.
Alexander is fallen!
Well, well, quite the mess you've made here. I'm Malady, and you're...
She steps forward, grabs you behind the neck with alarming strength, and pulls you close. She sniffs twice, her nose at your ear, then bites, piercing the lobe with a needle-sharp fang. She releases you and grins, running tongue over teeth.
God-woken. I'm Malady, as I said. I'm here to help you get off this island, and you're what gets some of us out of bed each morning. What do you make of that? Well, first things first. Dallas's little necklaces are lovely, but not quite in vogue where we're going. There, better.
She peers at you closely, a knowing squint in her eye.
Tell me, which of those little gods did you meet? And what did they teach you? Then you haven't met them.
She frowns and passes her tongue over her teeth once more, concentrating.
Give me your hands. We need to pray. How does this work again? Oh yes. Close your eyes, repeat after me. Hallowed Seven, hear our prayer, we who worship at your altar. Say that, but, you know, mean it. Shh, pray.
The world around you smears into watercolors, then grows darker, lighter, lesser. Melody's hands dissolve around yours.
The prayer. It brought me here. What is this place?
The helmeted figure before you slowly turns to face you. He raises his weapon, a great ethereal sword, and rushes forward, ready to strike you. The figure plants a foot before you and swings his sword down, hard, stopping short just over the base of your skull. The sword seems to hesitate, enticing the fine hairs on your neck upward.
Your struggle is meaningless. You are too weak.
The wound forms, then heals, then forms again as you rise. The figure spins away from you, observes you through narrowed eyes. He springs. The figure charges you head on, ready to plunge the sword into your chest. As he charges, he suddenly evaporates into the ether, passing through your body. Deep, dark cold blooms in every particle of your body. The figure materializes behind you and grabs your head with one hand, pressing his sword to your throat with the other. If you so much as breathe too suddenly, it will slice your jugular with ease.
You are my champion? How I wasted my efforts saving you as the ship went down. The Divine is dead. Voidwoken haunt the night. Do you think I would let my people, our people, suffer so deeply without intervening? I chose you to be my champion, but it seems I've chosen wrong. Not all our enemies are of the flesh. You will have to do battle with as many specters as men. We are to survive.
He lowers his sword, releases you from his grasp, and turns you to face him.
I wonder if I've made a mistake in you. Recognize me. You are my champion, and I am your god.
He lifts his visor. Two deep green eyes fix you in their stare. In an instant, you know you are speaking to Malik, god of all humans.
You have brought yourself. This gives me hope.
I see a spark in you. The beginnings of a fire that may blaze our path back to preeminence in Rivellon. This is why I've chosen you. To lead humankind back toward divinity.
This is why you are my selected. My Godwoken. Let me show you.
A great surge of power arrests your heart, your mind. When it passes, you feel ecstatic, replete.
You may have noticed I've tried to help you on your journey. I blessed the water beneath your feet so that it would aid you. Now you have the power for yourself. And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them. Only one like you can wield them. One marked for greatness. One who can either rise to this great task or let his people fall to ruin. Your purpose will be great, but the first step is simple. Escape the grasp of those who would do you harm. You and you alone must safely leave this place. You and you alone must rise above the reach of minor people. Good, but you must be wary and take heed. I am not the only of the seven seeking a champion, my child. Your friends may have been similarly summoned by powers that threaten the very existence of our race.
He casts his gaze over the war below, where God fights God in a relentless, bloodless battle.
Times have changed. The gods are at war. The victor will choose the terms of peace. If we fail, if you fail, our race may well be lost. A father knows when he may trust in his children, and when he must intervene. I know that you will succeed, if you choose. Do not disappoint me.
See? What did I tell you? Little gods. So, who did you meet? What did you learn and all that?
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what he taught you. I don't. Now go on. Hey, that stings.
She examines her hands, where the skin's...
You really are Godwoken. I'm happy. Oh, come Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc. You'll have to ask the Meister about that. She's dying to meet you.
Malady beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling. As you...